What's going on YouTube? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. I'm sorry it's been a little bit. Work has been hectic. I've been on that grind. 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, 12 of the past 14 days in the steel plant, and it's been hotter than the devil's anus. I'm sorry guys. Anybody from the Mid-Atlantic region knows you get the heat and the humidity in July. It's like 95 degrees plus 88% humidity, and it is like walking into immediate swamp ass and the devil's anus. It is horrible, especially in a steel plant that's not air conditioned. So I'm putting in that work, trying to make sure that I get my teeth from my wedding, get myself looking right, and then I can start using my GoPro and webcam and get that nice little face on these videos. But until that point, we're just grinding. In today's grind, I'm going to show you a no BS, no hopium technical analysis for XRP. And I want to give you an example or an analogy as to how the judge's ruling for the summary judgment on XRP itself, in and of itself, not being a security, but the initial sales to institutions were security. I'll give you an analogy on how that is 100% possible and feasible with another asset. Here, we're going to hop right into the charts. Looking at XRP on the weekly chart here, we're going to hop in on the weekly. And I talked about this in the last video. I said, guys, I thought this candle here was going to be the main order block. Could stop us anywhere between 82 up to $1.01. And right here, oh, this ICT Concepts by Lux Algo is an amazing, indicator. If you want to use ICT Concepts and you want to have something else to kind of check yourself to make sure that like you are in the right area. This is not always right, and you will not always be right, but sometimes you can give yourself some confidence with checking the indicator to see if your draws line up to where the draws are. And their order block here, the sell side order block, was at 92 cents, and price wicked up to it and it rejected off that order block. We knew that was going to be a bearish area of potential rejection. I didn't know we were going to get the summary judgment and get it all in 1 week, but I knew that this range was going to break and that we would eventually hit the 90-cent area, or actually between 82 to $1. I knew that was a large range, but somewhere in that range is where we were going to hit our resistance. And it hit at 93, 94 cents, where it topped out at 93.69. So where are we going moving forward? So we're going to dive into the 4-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, we have hit the most recent bullish order block. So this was our bullish order block here at 71. So just a little bit above 71 cents was the bottom of that order block, and I drew this out to be roughly from the top of the body to the bottom of the wick. So that order block for me is going to go from about 74 to 71 cents. We've gone through it, and it looks like we found some support in it, and we could bounce off of that. This could be the bottom of the retrace, and it would make sense here if this is the bottom of the retrace. But there is also on the daily chart, there is a larger potential, and I think this will be the one that plays out, is that we have to get back and retest 66 cents, potentially all the way down to about 55 cents. Now, the significance there is that 55 cents would retest this area here. This red area was a bearish order block that now will have turned into a breaker block because it has broken out, and price will typically want to come back close to that area and retrace, but at least a fair value gap. And this was a massive gap because we had that massive run out. So this area here, I know it's a large area, but I mean, it could go and just kiss it at 66, 67 and plow up off of it, or it could come in and retest the order block down here at 54, 55 cents and then plow up off of it. Either way, a retrace, even that deep of a retrace, is still bullish in this scenario, because if you take a fib from the order block and you go all the way up to the top, coming down here would be a 79% retrace, and that is a phenomenal entry. That is a phenomenal discount entry, even after this big move has happened. Now you come down to the start of this order block, you're between the 15 and 62% fib retrace, you're still in good shape. Now we've already, we created the fair value gap here with the initial daily retrace, but I expect us to come back down, maybe touch the 62. 64.19 cents would be an area where I would start picking up and adding to my long positions. Now I'm long, like I've told you before, way back. I've been long since 48 cents. Between 45 to 48 cents I was longing, hoping for this breakout. I took a little bit of profit at about 80 cents. It could have sat around 80 for a little bit, 79, 80, and they got back up to 80 here. I took a little profit at 80 cents, and I'm looking to get back in the 60s. But that's the technical analysis from the weekly down to the daily, down to the 4-hour, and there's the potential that this is the retrace, and this is just what it is. There's a potential that it doesn't go below 71 and we shoot up, but I think the more likely scenario is that we at least touch 66 down to 64. All right, and here's my analogy. This is my analogy for how XRP in the pre-sales was a security, but XRP in and of itself is not a security. We know that gold is not a security, it's a commodity. Gold is a commodity, but if I go and say, hey, I think I've got some untapped gold. I found an area, I believe I've got some untapped gold. I need capital. So I go to 3 different capital investors and say, look, you guys give me capital. The first 30% of the gold that I mine, I will sell to you at this price. Regardless of what the value of gold is, I'll sell it to you at this price, and you get the first opportunity to get in on the gold that I find, this new gold. That act there makes that gold going to those investors a contract. That is a security, because they are giving me money for my work to get the gold that I produce. Once they sell it, once they get it out, it's just gold. You can use it to make jewelry. You can use it as a currency. You can turn it into coins. You can melt it into blocks, whatever you want to do with it. XRP, you can make an app. You can make dApps on it. You can make it NFTs on it. You can use it for cross-border payments, and as its most functional goal is for cross-border payments. We all know this, but the initial sales before the functionality was a security and should have had a contract and a security, whatever the filings was for it, whatever the legal filings for it was. Now that's how XRP is not a security, but that sale of XRP was a security. And I hope that was a good way to make it make sense, because XRP is in and of itself, I don't know if it's a commodity or you would just call it a currency. I believe it would be a commodity because of the additional utility of what it does, but it's not a security. There isn't going to be an appeal on this. It's not going to stop. It's not going to get changed. It's not a security. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, until next time, peace.